This episode we'll be looking at the Honda RA272 from 1965. This particular car appears to be the number 11 car that was driven by Richie Ginther, who placed 7th in the 1965 Formula One World Championship and provided Honda with its first Formula One victory at that year's Mexican Grand Prix. This is a wonderful car to drive in the game, and with an engine swap you can make it even faster. As you can see here, I am driving this around the High Bank Oval at Daytona, and there's a good reason for that as well, as the green paint and the garish orange exhaust as well. The reason I so love this car is not because it's a Honda, but because it's an open-wheel formula car from the 1960s. The particular car I will be talking about is an open-wheel car from the Cooper Car Company that was started in 1947 by Charles and John Cooper. I'm sure you're more familiar with the Mini Cooper, but they also competed in Formula One as well as the Indy 500. Since the Indianapolis Speedway is not in Gran Turismo, I will use the Daytona Speedway in its place. So first, a little background information. In 1961, a team brought the funny little European car, the Cooper Climax T54, to the Indianapolis 500 and ended up turning USAC racing on its head and started the rear engine revolution, which would change the 500 completely over the next 5 years. Up until this time, the race was run by front-engine roadsters. Jack Brabham drove the relatively tiny rear-engine T54 in the 1961 500, running as high as 6th and finishing 9th. As a backup to the Cooper T54 in 1961, Cooper also took along one of their 1960 F1 cars, believed to be the F2 1260, which was fitted with center lock hubs, 15-inch wheels, and standard F1 tires. The car did not turn a wheel at the 500 and was later sold to Hap Sharp, who ran it in exhibitions and assorted races over the next 4 years. It was then seen in minor Formula A races until the end of 1968 and was later advertised in West Virginia. There is now a car in the IMS, which is the Indianapolis Motor Speedway Museum, which is said to be the Indy backup car donated to the museum in 1969 and restored as a replica of the T54. That is where my story begins. The backup car that was advertised in West Virginia was bought by my dad. Unlike the previous car I talked about in another video, I do remember this car. It was a light green car with a bright orange header sticking out of the top of the engine. I don't think he ever actually raced it against other cars, but did do some autocrossing with the car, I believe. This is the only picture I can find of the car with my dad standing next to it. I do believe this is at a hill climb event at the Air National Guard facility at the Yeager Airport in Charleston, West Virginia. Sadly, I do not have any film of the car. I still have some 8mm home videos to digitize, so maybe there is some hope out there for some film of it running, but I don't think there is. With that said, I would like to thank you for watching and hope you enjoy my video of why I like this car. Keep an eye out for the next episode coming soon. See you in the next one.